LA County Supervisor Kathryn Barger. She joins me. Supervisor Barger, thanks for being with us here. You were at the press conference today. Just walk us through when you first heard of this incident. What went through your mind?
Well, I was actually in a meeting with Mayor Bass because both Mayor Bass and I have the wildfire devastation in our district. My district, Altadena, Hearst, Palisades. So we were meeting with philanthropy to go over what the needs are, and I got the notice. And my first reaction is just devastation. And because I'm close to the sheriff's department, I also thought, I wonder if I know these three individuals. And it's heartbreaking. I mean, law enforcement, as it stands right now, with everything that's been going on in this county over the last few weeks, has just constantly taken it. Rocks thrown at him, spit on, and then to have this happen, the morale within the department is really low. But this has shaken everyone to their core.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to a.
So I know the investigation is ongoing right now. If you could, though, what have you learned about the investigation itself? Do we have any more idea about how this happened, what went wrong?
No, what they've got ATF and FBI are on scene, and they're working with the sheriff's department, going over everything, and the state fire marshals there, and they're gathering as much information as they can. As you know, at the press conference, Sheriff Luna had literally came from the scene where they had just deemed it safe. So they're gonna dig very deep to find out what happened.
I truly hope they find out what happened, because this should never, ever put the lives of innocent people in peril. Here it is, right? You already decided to give your life to your community, right? To uphold its laws, and through training exercises, this happens. Oh man, this is just, it's bad as this unfolds.
But we probably will not know, maybe today, but I would seriously doubt it. Maybe in the next few days, we'll know more specifics. But the best are on site right now. I was up there, and I'm confident that we're going to get answers.
And do you worry, you mentioned the morale of the department, especially in the wake of so many of the stories, especially here on Live Now, that we've been covering all summer, especially with the anti-ICE demonstrations, the illegal immigration enforcement raids, still the aftermath from the deadly wildfires there in January. Do you worry about the morale of the department and whether or not it could deter those who want to join up and sign in and enter into the ranks of the LA Sheriff's Department, that it could deter them?
Hey, listen, I worry about anyone wanting to be in law enforcement, period, in today's climate. But obviously, this is just one more reminder for people that want to take the path of law enforcement, that there are no guarantees, that you are putting on a uniform and protecting a county, a nation.
Hey, so when you see these people out there in the streets out there in LA, salute these people. Give a cop a pat on the back, or a sheriff a pat on the back, because man, just know that, again, the morale is super low out there. They're always in hopes to recruit others, and you can just imagine those that were thinking about going in, they probably have a change of mind, or not, who knows. But I just know that it's just a sad moment out there.
It will come with risk. And I know that the deputies I talk to are dedicated. They know what can happen. And this is an example of the fact that our law enforcement partners do amazing things. And to have this happen at a time when they are feeling completely under stress, under a lot of stress, it's going to have an impact. I'm confident it's going to have an impact, but pre this horrific situation and this accident, there was already that feeling amongst the sheriff's department.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you were in a meeting with Mayor Bass when news of this broke. What was her reaction? What has she said? And also, have you been in touch with California Governor Newsom about this?
So, Mayor Bass immediately, and Chief McDonald was out on site, offered any assistance.
Here's the deal. If you guys don't know who Mayor Bass is, I actually have a video that I'm going to link to this one. You can just kind of see some of the scrutiny that this lady has been in lately.
whatsoever. I mean, compassionate to a point of true empathy about it. And I have not talked to the governor, but I do know that the governor has sent notice to Sheriff Luna to let him know anything that we need from the state. They stand ready to support us.
Yeah, I wanted to ask too, you mentioned that you went through your mind if you knew these three deputies who lost their lives today in this tragic accident. Do we know anything about them? Have you been in touch with their families? If so?
No, I think that people were critical and there was a vacuum of information, lack of information early on. Sheriff Luna put this press conference together at 11:45. The reason why it took so long is because he put the family first. He wanted to make sure that he connected.
Hey, if anybody's out there and they know any information about this, any further information, the news just broke and this is heartbreaking. But if you have any insight as to what's going on out there, or you know anybody, or know a sheriff, a friend or a family of a sheriff member, comment below. Everybody would love to chime in and just pick your brain.
With the families that have been impacted. And one family was en route when we were at the press conference. And then he took care of the county family. He has men and women from all ranks that are truly devastated by what happened. And so for the sheriff, he prioritized what needed to be done. And obviously I stand ready to do anything I can to support these families, because I really can't even put into words how devastating this is for me, because I really do view the men and women in our sheriff's department as part of my family. And I take time to stop by department, the stations, to talk to the deputies, to hear what's going on. The deputies that were killed actually were working. Two of them were assigned to our boardroom every Tuesday. And so it's really taken a toll.
No, I was reading that.
Shit, I don't know why I thought those were white cyber trucks. But we're going to end it here. Comment below.